Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Open Frame Show. I'm your host, Akoto, and today we have a very interesting topic for us to dissect. But before we start, I want to say a big thank you to Exceptional Homes, our sponsor for today. So, I'm going to introduce you to my guest today. I'm sure you know him. He's a regular. He's also one of the main bosses of this whole setup. David,
Which boss are you talking about?
one of the main bosses again.
Mm.
I say boss, but he's like
Oh,
the creative lead. He's the director. He's the producer.
hey. And then we post it so far.
Yeah,
Plenty. That's nice.
he's a
That's
big
nice.
man.
But you look good too.
Thank you.
Yeah, where are you coming from?
I'm coming from my father's house.
Okay, sure.
Yes. So
But
that's what that's what makes this
these
conversation
these
all the
these
better.
days they call many people fathers, so they call daddy, and all that. That's father is father.
Right. So yeah, please, we're not going to pay attention to David. But yeah, today we're here to talk about mental health with regards to men's mental health, boys' mental health. There has been a lot of discourse around mental health in Ghana. Looking at the current incidents that happened, we just want to be here today and talk about mental health in
Yeah,
boys
yeah. We are suffering, so you have
and
to.
the youth. Young men, older men,
Oh,
children.
older men are going through a lot.
I said, I will not let David text me today. So yes, David,
Yeah,
you are a huge advocate for men's mental health.
yeah.
Can you tell me how you got into the space and how things are going as of now?
Well, I think one thing that I have realized over the years is that when it comes to mental health, or let me say, when it comes to education, getting attention between the ladies, I feel that most ladies are being taken care of more than the guys.
Hmm.
In our society, if you're a guy, they tell you, oh, Bema, how you Bema, oh, Bema, they also need Bema, they also, so um, I realize that there are a lot of boys who are out there who are going through a lot, but they can't speak out. They can't talk to anyone. Because if you're afraid, if you're supposed to walk out through the yeah, no. And I said probably he go, people are going to say he's weak and all that. So personally, I'm an advocate for it because I feel it has to change. I feel at this moment things have to change because men also need the attention. Men also need to be taken care of. Men also need the baby treatment, the daddy treatment, the princess treatment, the king's treatment. Men also need all those kind of stuff, right? So it's not only about the leagues. I'm not saying we focus on it strong, but I think it's high time where we also look at guys and also help them with what they are going through because we are going through a lot. But when you're looking at that, so,
Yeah, David, I didn't know Broken Hearts was just for men, but I digress. So I just, when you were talking, you did mention how you feel like women get more
it's not
attention
I
when it
feel
comes.
like it's what's
Okay,
going on. Women get more their
you feel
attention.
like women get more
No, no, don't
attention.
get no. I don't. You see, I don't feel like women get more attention.
I
You
don't know
you
which
know.
research he's quoting.
But this one is not about research. You know that in our
Sir,
society,
I am the host. Let me ask my questions. Don't let me miss you from my show.
the mechanic, go to your mind, don't protect it. But we all know
Okay,
women. We all know
but
women.
I was coming to a question.
Okay, sure.
Relax for me, right? But you did mention something about how you feel like when we are at home, especially growing up, you don't have anybody to talk to, or when you are going through something, usually the you are met with, "Don't cry, you're a man. Keep it in you." So, would you, to some extent, say a social conditioning and roles at hand?
I feel society has really failed men in a way.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel the society that we live in, as I said earlier, our emphasis, our attention is placed on women more than guys, right? So most people, when I was in the university, you don't tend to agree with what I'm saying, but okay, fine. When I was in the university, right, I there were a lot of men going through a lot, but they couldn't say anything. Why? Because one, maybe I'll catch boys see a best no. Maybe I'll catch me and I'm down for bad. We will have the whole day. Okay, 20 Ghana be pay I there, but some people say 20 Ghana and feel you out because at least, but about the which me a friend I'm from mem and all of that, that's fine. That's also well okay. But as I said, yes, so I think society has really failed. And I feel that one of the institutions that has also failed us a lot is parenthood. I think our parents have failed us a lot.
Yeah.
To the extent that people don't even get comfortable speaking to their parents about stuff.
Of course.
People don't have the edge. They don't have that comfortability.
Yeah.
They don't feel safe speaking to their parent because I feel there's a shield. Parent, guy, I say,
yeah. Honestly, yeah, that's true.
Untimi and can't say, oh, I've seen this person, or probably I'm going through this, maybe I'm going through a lot. I can't you can't do that. So there has been a shield, parents have placed around them that is making it so difficult for people to talk to, especially I always say one thing I've realized about a girl's home and a boy's home is that for girls, for some reason, sometimes speaking becomes a little bit easier with their parents. It's not every home, but when you try the percentage, when it comes to guys and girls, you see that girls have the upper hand, right? But in the whole, I think the parenthood, and I say parents as a functioning, it's also failing because you don't get comfortable speaking to your parents, and I feel it's a problem. We have to change that narrative. We have to let people also understand that they have to be open. So that my first point of call should be my parents. If I'm going through something I don't understand, the first people I have to talk to is my parents, not my friends, not my boyfriend, not my girlfriend, my parents. So
I'm actually glad you are saying that because I think as parents, African parents, parenting styles can be very traumatic to some extent.
Yeah.
And we are not willing to accept it. When the discourse around using violence and corporal punishments to raise kids, sometimes there is some disingenuous conversations and talking points of, oh, I turned out fine. My kids, if let's say we are raising kids and we are using the same method, we are going to turn out fine, but we know we didn't turn out fine and we are broken inside most of the time. So I'm glad you are bringing that up. And on that note, I would always say, I didn't even know that when something messed up happened, your parents weren't the first person you're supposed to call. I didn't know that until I went to like junior high school and university and senior high school. Because something will happen and I'll be like, I need to talk to my mom. And they'll be like, what do you need to talk to your mom about?
That is the problem. Parents should be that first point of call.
Yeah.
Right now, you were making, you're saying that, oh, well, I cannot find, so my kids, you see, one thing that parents don't understand is that times are changing. And because times are changing, there has to be different ways of
there needs to be an adoption.
Now, I always make this analogy. In the early 90s, right? If Sami Kwekwe Jemfi, me who get obna no here me feda me kopena, me kwa na makofa ni window echi. Abena, go say my me was abema be for no do me can always show me cho. Right. But now, right? I don't need to go to Abena's home.
You just text her.
I just text Abena.
Oh, you send her emojis.
Abena, which no, come on, you're not sending any.
Why are you not sending Abena emojis? Please send Abena emojis.
So Abena, okay. So I'm here. Like I like you, I love you, and all that. My parents they don't have any idea what I'm doing on my phone.
Yeah.
So it means that since now things are changing, times are changing, you have to also find a new way of raising your kids.
Yeah.
Now, what your parent did for you probably worked. That is fine. But in that era, things were different.
Yeah.
So you can adopt or adapt certain things, and suit it into our era. Because let me tell you something. I always say this. Parents, about 80%, 90% of parents do not know 10% of their children.
That is true. And I am saying that because, like I said, I didn't know it was not normal. Because whenever something happened, I'll be like, I need to call my mom. I need to call my dad. To the extent that people were shocked. I remember one time in uni, I called my mom. Actually, she called me because my mom always calls me at least twice a day. And I always speak to my dad.
So you mean that your mom knew when you had a boyfriend?
Yeah. Yeah. My mom knew everything and anything. And she sat me down. She took me through the whole process. I have been heartbroken before.
So when you had broken, you told your mom?
Yeah, I have been heartbroken before, and she has watched me cry, and then she cussed me out, and then she comforts me, and she'll be like, "Do you want me to buy you like some ice cream
I
or
have I
something.
have my technical people. There are two Kelvins on my set. I don't know if they are parents official.
Please don't get them in trouble.
No, I'm not getting.
Don't get them in
I'm
trouble.
just saying something. Okay,
But
so,
yeah, I am saying like I have had that experience where I'd be on the phone with my mom and she'd be like, "Yeah, what's up? What are you doing?" I'd be like, "Oh, I'm at so and so's place. We're about to go and do this. When I'm done, I'm going to go and do this." And then I hang up the
right now
phone.
your mom probably even called you.
Yeah, yeah, and she knows where I am. She knows she's. And then I hang up the phone, and then I remember my friend looked at me. She was like, "Why would you tell your mom all that?" And I'm like,
Who should I tell?
"What? Expect me to tell her?"
But you see, but in our society, and especially with the boy, we don't have. You see, the reason why I'm so the reason I'm so peculiar about boys is that it's so sickening and so disheartening. The number of people going through a lot, the number of boys suffering when it comes to mental health, when it comes to if when I posted about a week ago my status about mental health and why boys should open up and stuff. Plenty boys were in my DMs, and their number one concerns were if we even speak to people, how would they take it?
Okay.
And that was their concern. Because, as I said earlier, society has made it like we are Burma, we are so rigid. You are immune to emotions. You don't have to show emotions. When you show emotions, you are weak. Even that is why. Let me say this. That is why now when you are dating some girls, and you are emotional, you tell them this way, they don't like you.
Please, Obwa, in my opinion, Obwa, in my circumstances, I love emotional men.
Obwa, there are plenty girls. When they see that you are emotional, you are someone who.
I love a nigga with emotional range, please.
It's, don't mind her. She's just lying on the front of camera so you guys can catch her. She's lying.
What do you?
Most girls will tell you that, oh, we don't like guys who are emotional. We don't like guys who are also.
Really?
They want you to be rigid. They want you to treat them bad. You see.
Wait, what? Oh, please.
Oh. But there are so many girls who want alpha male. Haven't you heard about that?
Okay, I don't know about that because I am the alpha. I don't know anything about any alpha males and
so,
whatever. But I am the alpha in my house, bro.
You see, that's what I'm saying. That boy, that's what. That's what I saw. I saw a status. It says that he's a hard guy and he has fallen in love, and now the girl is making her take pictures and sending it to her and all that. And he doesn't like that because as a teen sees too and all that.
Yeah, there's been times where people have said that. Me, friends.
So it's like as a guy in society, you're not permitted to have a soft life. You're not permitted to be emotional. You're not permitted to say that there's something is going on. I'm going through this. Someone help. You're not allowed to do that because many people are saying that as a man, you have to be the alpha. As a man, you have to be the rigid person. You don't show emotions. So men are harboring a lot of things. I remember when I was in a teaching assistant in here in the West, there was a story, I know a very popular story that people heard that. And there was this guy who almost fell from Brunei.
Yeah. Right? Did he almost jump or he almost
jumped,
fell?
He almost fell. I think he jumped, but he was held by his friends and stuff. Right? And when you listen to him, what he said was that, well, he has a lot of friends, but no one is even willing to listen to him. When he opens up, it's like it's a joke. When he opens up, it's like, oh, they're my dear, And that is wrong.
Okay. I agree with you, but I wanted us to go back to the parenting thing because I have, I think, a question.
Okay.
Do you think, like you said, things are changing, times are moving forward, there's a whole new world, and do you think parents, to some extent, not just parents, even society and people, culture, we are holding on to some things that are outdated, something that we shouldn't because we have new research, we have new information, we have new data, but for some reason we are holding on to it vigorously because we refuse to grow.
We refuse to grow, but as I said earlier, most people think it worked for them in their era, so you have to work for them. You have to work also in this era, which is wrong. Well, there are two eras. There was an era where digital phone was, holding a phone was even by a miracle. There was a time where people who had phones were people in the universities. Now a class 5 student has a phone. Now a class 4 student has a phone. They have a tablet. They have
now a toddler has a phone.
A toddler has a tablet.
A tablet.
Right? They have computers that they play with.
Cocomelon.
Right? You can just imagine, right? So what we have to, or what society has to understand is that things are changing. We are not saying that do away with what the beliefs and all that. But what I also believe is that you can adapt it.
What I'm saying is there are some beliefs you can do away with.
There are some you can do away
there's
with.
research. One thing I have realized when I talk about mental health, so I am going to like cite my own what's the word? I'm going to cite my own experience. Back in like 2020, 2029 or something.
2029. This girl is stubborn.
I'm in the future, bro. That's how fast I'm speeding. But
Did you see the girl I'm marrying in the future?
I don't know about that. I don't think you're supposed to tell the future because it might fuck up the timeline. Yeah, I think so. I watched too many supernatural movies. But yeah, I remember back in like 2019, 2020, I made a video talking about like my mental health. I made a video talking about a diagnosis that I had gotten. Nothing happened to me. I was in a room one day and then I got up. I was like, I'm struggling. I have all of these things that I'm dealing with. Even though I'm talking to my mom, even though I'm talking to my dad, I'm still struggling. And to some extent, they do not have the professional skills to help me through. And back then I was consuming a lot of media and everything just kept yelling at me, ask for help. Ask for help. Whatever I watch, it just said ask for help.
Yeah.
So
people are willing to help you, so ask for people are willing to help you.
So yeah, I walked into a government hospital and I was like, do you guys have a mental health department? They said yes. I walked to them and I just started talking. And then I was like, okay, this is what is happening. This is what has been happening. I need help.
Remember comment
I need help. I don't know about that because there have been men I have met in the mental health department where
the things is that some are fortunate when it gets worse.
Yes.
Then they're like, okay.
Yeah. But I went and I got a diagnosis. I was put on medication. I go in for counseling and all of these things. And I remember making a video to talk about the journey because even my parents didn't understand, even though they will speak to me and they'll be like, "You're okay," but they didn't really understand
because you know film. So
yes. And to them, I feel like emotions are always bottled up. You bottle it up, you deal with things, and you keep it pushing. So it feels to some extent like what is happening to her, what is wrong, and they don't understand. Sometimes it's even like genetic. Sometimes it's not something you can help. It's not something you can push through. So I put it online. And the amount of people who reached out to me.
How many were boys? How many were girls? I want to see.
I don't remember, not to comfort me, but I remember two men because they are like people that I looked up to, reaching out to me and telling me I'm not supposed to put stuff like that out there.
Why? Why do you think they said that?
Because apparently it's private.
That is what is killing the guy.
Apparently it's private.
That is what is killing the guy.
And apparently, as a creative, as a musician, I'm not supposed to put myself out there like that.
You would die. You would die. Come on. Hey, you see?
What you die?
It's true. That is our problem. The problem is that you see the men that reached out.
Yeah.
I can tell you, probably they've gone through a lot.
Yeah.
Then they are harboring it. It will kill you.
Yeah, it just felt like projection.
What it does to you is that you either become addicted to something.
Yeah.
You either become so like it will slowly kill you.
Yeah.
It will give you a disease.
Yeah.
Right. But you have to open up.
Yeah. So I actually archived that post because I didn't really like the comments and all the questions and all of the things that I was getting because it felt like it was making my mental health worse when I was just trying to share and shed light on something. So I remember just pulling back. But I am so very open about what I struggle with. My friends know I have bad anxiety. There are times I have panic attacks. And shout out to one of my favorite friends of all time. When I have panic attacks, it's usually the person I call.
Is he a guy?
It's a guy. And even if it's like 3 a.m. or like 4 a.m., 2 a.m., he's always going to pick up the phone and he's always going to talk to me. And for some reason, when I had my first ever panic attack in public, he was with me. And he helped me. There were like 4 or 5 friends around who are all men.
Is he a close friend?
Yeah, he's a close friend.
How close? We're very close.
Like close, but like we haven't spoken in like 3 months or 4 months. Okay. But he's the type of person, if I have a panic attack and I call him right now, he's still going to pick up and talk me through.
But do you think he has someone who he talks? Have you ever asked him?
See, I have an issue with him like that.
Why do you think it's so difficult for him to open up?
Yeah, I have an issue with him like that because there are some times where even when we are trying to have different serious conversations, even not just me, myself and other friends in our friends group will be like, bro, we're trying to have a serious conversation. Why are you trying to keep steez and compose your head?
It's because society, history has made us understand that men who are open are weak.
Right.
History
So
made
therefore,
we are weak.
so therefore, history has made it that if you show emotion, you are weak as a man.
Yes.
How are we changing that narrative as men, as a group of men? Because I think that's where the story stands right now.
I'm saying that the first place that is from the home.
Okay.
If parents are not willing to make that change, it can't start. Because there's a very popular account adage that says that you're bottom free.
Yeah.
It starts from the house.
Yeah. Can you honestly? I also want to know. Yes, parents need to be proactive about it and learn about things. But can you also say we also need to be proactive as individuals?
You see, one thing that whether we like it or not, we have to understand is that when it comes to us as human beings, most of the times we need people to show us confidence for us to do what we do.
That's true. That's true. That's honestly true. But there's also this saying that I can't remember, right? But it's something along the lines of like sometimes you can't help how you grew up or something. But when you become an adult, then it becomes your responsibility. Something like that.
Yes.
I don't remember that saying.
Yes, it's true. But the truth of the matter is that probably by the time you realize you become an adult, you've messed up a lot.
True. That's
probably
so. We are just
some
of us are just lucky.
See, you are lucky because probably one, you realize very early, open up early, and got help early.
No, actually, I was lucky because I think for me, honestly, I usually attribute most of the things I have learned to social media and the power of social media.
And there's a problem with social media too.
Yeah.
There's a problem with social media.
I know, but I attribute what I have learned from social media, especially when it comes to mental health, because even we don't talk about mental health in our homes.
We don't
have conversation in school. Even in school,
you see, we don't have any. What
junior
age? Let me talk about something. When it comes to boys, we don't have any conversation. When you go to some house, the father and Pokrano is not willing to take the child, speak to him, and say that we are very much maybe I would read it. They don't
have that conversation.
Your protection week, and that's
so again, we're going back to gender roles.
It's not about gender. My problem is that parents and the society, we are killing the boys slowly. The boys are dying.
Okay.
Like, let me tell you something. Boys are dying. When I remember when I was in university, I think third year, second year, something. I had a boys group where we went out one day.
Yeah.
No, we didn't go out. We went to one person's room one day, and we were just open and we're talking about boy stuff. Let me tell you something. The kind of things people don't want to do.
Okay.
It will shock you. But the truth of the matter is that such persons, when they come out to speak about what they're going through, you see them as weak. And that's where my problem is.
Okay, so can we I want to get to the solutions because I am a very I don't want to say solution driven person because I like to yap and talk too about my problems. But when it comes to the conversation about mental health in men, I always feel like we're talking, but we are not providing practical solutions. And that's what I am getting tired of, honestly. Because I always feel like the conversation shifts away from what's important, which is solutions, which is how are we showing up, which is how are we helping people. And it becomes back to back to back to back to back. And you people are not doing that. These people are not doing that. Or but it's never, to me personally, it's never at the end of the conversation. So this is what we are doing. You can join us. You can do that. Because I want to be able to be like, okay, yo, what's up, David? What are you doing? Oh, I'm having a guys' night out. Me and my guys are going out. We're going bowling. We are going skating. We are going to hang out.
Skate away.
We're going to hang out, or maybe like we are doing like a men's only book club. So I remember I did something with my friends, right? A ritual with my friends on February, my single female friends. No, it was so I love music. Everybody know I'm a musician, and I love curating playlists for my friends, female, male, whatever it is. I like to curate playlists depending on the genres you love and the genres I love. Sometimes I'll introduce you to something new or someone new and stuff like that. And I had this idea that, okay, it's 2026. I want to work on rituals. I want to work on something meaningful, create community with my female friends, my male friends, and stuff like that. So I have shared, and this year I've created two playlists for two of my male friends, right? Currently still updating them. But then I wanted to do something special with my girls. Yes, with my female friends. So what we did was I reached out to some of my friends that I know that are single on Valentine's, right? And then before Valentine's, we curated a playlist.
Why single?
Because I mean, I feel like with Valentine's,
sometimes the discrimination that you bring.
no, with Valentine's, right? Usually Valentine is for couples.
It's not for couples. That.
The propaganda that I know.
The ideology.
Please.
These are some of the things that you have to throw away.
People celebrate Valentine when you go to the establishment, the hospitality establishments and the social media accounts and everything they are providing most of the times is for the couples. What? It's very rare that I'm saying for Valentine's. It's very rare that you see a single tear in there. It's usually for couples. Yes or no?
Do you know that with the Valentine's too, boys also suffer. How many girls bought their boys gifts during?
I don't know about that.
You are saying you solve it, right? The first place is the girls. The girls check up on the men. Someone and stuff. Give them something.
Do you know what I know? No, wait.
How many people
wait. You just reminded me of a core memory, please. I remember I called a friend of mine, right? Randomly, I called a friend of mine because I had been texting him back to back for like weeks and he wasn't answering. I was like, I know you don't reply text, but at least you reply text to some extent. So for you to go on for days and weeks, and it wasn't like I was just testing him to bother him. I was sending him work materials. So I'm like, okay, you need to reply. These are work materials, and some of these things, the deliverables are like deadlines and things like that. So I called him, I picked up my phone and I called him and I was like, yo, what's up? Like, I've been texting you for days. I've been trying to reach out. What's up? Are you okay? And he said, no, I'm not okay.
Yes.
Like, okay, cool. Wait, hold on. Let me talk. He's like, okay, I'm not okay. I'm like, okay, what's wrong? And then he was like, somebody close to him had passed. And then we spoke on the phone for like 15 minutes. And then after that, he was like, he's going to go to bed. And sure. And before he went to bed, I was like, your birthday is coming up. Do you want to do anything special? He said? Oh, calm down. I asked him, and funny thing, his birthday was also in the same month as one of my very close male friends. Okay. And I'm not talking to him currently. I have made up my mind not to talk to him because I actually called him and be like, bro, I'm at this place. Can you show up so I can buy you a piece of cake for your birthday? He never replied.
So you see, you have given up on him, right?
No, not because I've not given up on him. I'm giving him space because he has done stuff repeatedly. I usually am the one who be like, yo, let's do this. And then sometimes I feel like you're putting in effort in the friendship.
One thing I've realized is that when men are putting effort in friendship, we don't care.
Please, I'm allowed to give up.
But when girls are putting effort in friendship, they give up.
I'm allowed to give up.
Let me tell you something.
We've been friends for like almost over 10 years.
You see, that's what I'm saying. No. You need to put too much effort.
Let's hang out. Over 10 years, I'm the one calling, I'm the one reaching out, I'm the one checking up.
Ladies don't have put in a lot of effort.
Please, no.
Guy will go. There's currently a girl. Right,
it's okay. Please let me land on what I wanted to say. So after like we did speak like 2 or 3 times after the fight, I did call him again like to check up on him twice.
Did you go to his house?
No, I didn't go to his house. I don't even know where he stays. I don't know where he stays. I didn't go to his house, but we did talk about it. We did text, and then I remember he did say something about the birthday. He was like, he's not going to do anything. He's a man. He doesn't have to stuff like that. And I was like, later when I texted him, I was like, bro, I don't really feel comfortable. Like, I'm not comfortable. I don't feel good about you saying as a man, you feel like you don't.
Yes, because as a man, now you don't receive anything.
The
girls, they don't give us anything on our birthdays. They just say happy birthday on
the I asked him if there's anything special he wants to do, and literally I told him if money is the issue. These are certain things that I do on my birthday. I gave him like free stuff he can do that can still make him feel good about himself. That can still make him feel like that soft life that you are talking about. He can still have it. Yeah, have something, right? And he never replied.
Yeah, it's because probably maybe, as I said, what he has gone through.
And I didn't send him happy birthday.
He didn't reply. He won't reply.
He said, thank you. And I also didn't reply.
You see, I'm saying that.
I was pissed off,
No,
bro.
you see, you are pissed. You see, you see, that's it, yeah. I always have this argument. I'm saying that friendship. When a guy is putting in a lot of friendship, like effort in the friendship,
Yeah.
we don't care about boundaries. We don't care. We'll do
Yeah.
everything possible.
I guess to some extent.
I've called the girl 50 times.
What did you want?
Yeah, you see,
No,
you see,
what were you
I'm gonna
calling
check
her?
up on her.
Okay, and did you text?
I called her 50
Maybe she
times.
didn't want to talk. I'm like, David is getting worked up for nothing. David, calm down. Calm down.
You see what you just said? Maybe she didn't want to talk.
Maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was really struggling and she couldn't talk.
So you see,
Same thing happened to me yesterday.
Yesterday you called someone 50 times. So
No.
wait.
I didn't want to talk to anybody.
Wait. Apart from that, you see, you were talking about the guy who you friends and all that.
Yeah.
I see you got pissed.
Yeah, I did get pissed.
So you can just imagine, right? When it comes to guys,
but we are allowed to be pissed.
We are allowed to be pissed.
I'm pissed doesn't mean that eternally
Yeah,
I am not talking to you or we are not solving our issues. No.
Now, but we were talking about the solutions, right?
Yeah, solutions.
The first thing that I want to say is that for the guy, open up, learn to open up.
Okay,
it's so important. I feel that I understand probably society and all that.
Or the opening up bit, right?
Yeah.
I feel like we also need to talk about the men because I have always said when it comes to opening up, specifically for men's mental health, sometimes it's other men who shame them the most.
Yeah, because that's what society have made us believe that as a man you don't have to. As a man you have to keep everything there.
So what I'm saying is, how would you, as an advocate for men's mental health, would you say you guys can change that collectively as like a group of like people?
I think now in the friendship setting, the friendship boundaries, you guys have to communicate or tell yourself why you are friends. It's very important.
Yeah.
Why
you need to actually be friends.
Exactly.
Not just yo-yo.
It's not yo-yo. So if you are going through something, right, as people or as men, you have to come together to help solve. You see, one thing about boys is that a very strong boys group, they will help solve the problem. Then after that, but a very strong boys group will help you solve the problem. Right. So one thing I believe is that the people, the circle that you are in, you have to choose the people very, very wisely.
Yeah.
And be intentional with the friendship, right? So that you can open up. Now, once you do that, let me tell you, I said earlier, people are willing to help you. People are open to help you, right? So form strong bonds. Have friends who are friends. Not just for the
football and stuff like that. Because I think you men sometimes can't differentiate between acquaintances, colleagues, work.
Because we are simple men.
Hey, sorry, friends.
We are simple beings. We are simple. Yeah. Anything goes for us. We don't. So, like we are so
okay. So you see the same thing you are saying, women are emotional or like we get to open up, but you are saying we are some way. But you guys need to also be.
I'm just saying that you see, you were talking about we don't.
You can't differentiate.
Yeah, I'm
sometimes
that
most of the time
we are just simple.
Simple. That's
just
cool.
Want things to just
but I also you said something about good boys group would help you solve a problem. I don't have a problem. I think that's a good analogy. But I also feel like sometimes, don't you think you guys should create like good friends group to just listen, not solve it. Like sometimes I vent to my friends, not because I don't know the solution, not because I don't know what to do, but because I just want to talk and I want someone to listen to.
The friend of mine like that. She's a male. She's a female actually. When I'm going through something, I just call her and talk. She doesn't have to solve it. She just
needs to listen. So why don't you call your friends? You have Kelvin number 1 here, Kelvin number 2, and an unknown man I don't know.
So the thing is that Kelvin number 1, Kelvin number 2, especially Kelvin number 2. The kind of things he's going through. If I go and add my problems to him,
but that's what friends are for.
No, I understand. But
my friends know I'm going through stuff.
Exactly.
My friends know when I'm heartbroken, when I'm broke,
listen.
And if something has happened, they're still gonna reach out.
See, the boys
call everything on me, but
the boys. You see, I'm saying that boys do not have such groups, such people to talk to.
So yes, you need to.
So in the very last piece, the boy itself, at that moment, can probably going through a lot.
Okay, I hear that men are going through a lot. That's right. Fine. So we are sorry.
So we just have to, as I said, firstly, we just have to open up a lot of voice. In society, when it comes to society, we have to be checking up on our male friends. Like he's so. You see, sometimes it's there's a fair of
If I check up on you 1, 2, 3, and then you don't please me, I am tired. I am
yeah. No, that's easy. You
female
see,
or male.
you know we give up easily on them, right? We have to check up on them, especially if you are dating. I always say that the boys who are dating, they go to a lot of the boys who are not dating, right? Because you have a girl that you are dating, the girl doesn't check up on you, the girl doesn't buy you gifts, the girl doesn't say anything, the girl, hello, how are you? Good morning. Are you good? Yes. How was your day? Cool. On Friday. They don't do anything. Don't. So if you are dating someone, if you're in a relationship with someone, please check up on the boys. It's not about the money that you're going to take every day. Every day I need money for a week. And it's okay, it's good. We'll provide for you if you have the money. But please check up on them. Ask them how they are doing. Ask them how they are feeling. Ask them how they are doing. Ask them whether they have money. Do something for them. Valentine's Day, don't sit down waiting for the boy, the girl, or the boy to come and give you the flowers and all that. Go buy flowers for the boy. Go buy chocolate for the boy. If you have money, buy the car. If you have money, buy the iPhone 17. Do something for the boys' stuff because the boys also need to be treated. The boys also need to be
Gifts.
We need gifts. Me.
I don't know about that. I give my male friends gifts.
When I was in class 6.
Well, I have gifts. You know, I have stuff in my notes. Even like people I've dated in the past. Literally gifts that I feel like would be good gift ideas. I give them gifts. Yeah, people I've dated in the past. I give them gifts tailored to them, to their interests, to their needs. Right? So they are literally not just the people I've dated, my friends. I have notes on my phone about my friends' stuff I can give to this person.
We've been in school, we've been in the same school since 2019. It's 2016. You haven't given me any gifts.
But we just reconnected like what?
But still, when we were in school, when we were in friends.
When we were
thought that you're my girlfriend, you know that.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of times, but that's besides the point.
This girl, she doesn't like you.
Oh God.
Right, so so I'm just saying that the solutions you have to check. Let's check up on them, right?
Check up on each other.
Let's check up on each
but
other.
Definitely can we also say that you guys need more mental health advocates for men?
I think
show up like other men, mentors.
There has to be workshops. There has to be
thank you
programs for men.
Yes,
I think one person I've seen doing so much for boys is Kovichi, the blogger. I think he's a very strong advocate for boys' mental health, which I feel it's so nice. I think we have to be doing that a lot for the boys because Charlie, the boys are going through it. We all had the whole day, but on team, you know. So let's the girls especially. Let's do something for the boys, right? Let's do something.
All right. On that note, thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Easter is coming. What will you do for me?
Yeah, we can plan something. We already had this conversation where I was encouraging you to go on solo dates and friendship dates and stuff like that. So I don't know why you're acting like I am an unemotional or unsupportive friend.
It's okay.
We have conversations, no?
But say the solo dates so that the girls should have single. See it more.
Please, David is single. I don't know what he's looking for. Please reach out to him. He will tell you. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. It has been another episode of the Open Frame Show. I've been with David and I am your host, Akoto. Until next time, bye.